question. So you can just in the meantime have a glass of water. Okay, let me actually just save that. So this is just in case if I need to refer to that answer, then I can still have it on record. So guys, let's now move to question 5.2. Okay, so let's see. Question 5.2 says, calculate the magnitude of the acceleration of the crate while it moves from A to B. Guys, very, very much important. While it moves from A to B. Okay, what is it that they want us to calculate? They want us to calculate they want us to calculate the magnitude of the acceleration of the crate. Okay, so guys, this is something that you should also note. When it comes to this chapter, you've got a very, very simple formula that you use. You just need to understand the scenario. You just need to understand the statement. You just need to understand exactly what's happening. And everything comes down to this formula if you want to calculate anything. Force net. Let me just try a different marker. I think it's still wet. Okay, force net or net force is equals to MA. Guys, in grade 11 and 12, and again at tertiary level, this formula is very, very much important, guys. What is the word net? Net means total, that we know. Okay, then total of what? Total of forces. Which forces? Forces acting on that particular object. Okay, what is that particular object? Is the object of 25 kg, which is sliding from A to B. Okay, so between A and B, guys, what forces have we got on that object? Very, very much important. What forces have we got on that object when it's sliding between A and B? I've just done that free body diagram. So guys, the reason why for this chapter they firstly ask you for a free body diagram is to be able to notice if you're going to perform the correct calculations, because based on your free body diagram, that's when you'll be able to know exactly what to substitute on this formula. So when that crate moves from A to B, let's see, when it moves from A to B, this is the force that we have got, which is force of gravity, and the other force that we've got is force normal. So guys, it's exactly what I've done on the first question, where we did a free body diagram of this object while it's still between A and B. Okay, so remember, force of normal, it's never included in that formula. Okay, so that means, guys, when we say force net or force total, we are talking about all the forces acting on that object when it's between A and B, as the question says. Okay, so now what is an equation for FG? We know it's mg. This is the force as a result of gravity, and again, because this object is sliding at an angle, at a particular angle, which is 15 in this case, that's why that formula has sine theta. Okay, theta, it refers to that angle, which is 15 degrees in this case. Even if there was no angle, let's say that object was moving on a horizontal surface, okay, that means the angle is 0 because there's no angle of inclination, it's just horizontal. The formula doesn't change, guys, the formula remains. Okay, so for just less than 30 seconds, guys. Remember, I haven't started answering this question. I just want to give you this background so that you're able to understand when we solve for that question. Guys, in less than 30 seconds, I'm giving you this exercise to do. Just say sine 0 degrees and tell me what answer you get. So I'll just get quickly go to grab my cup of water, then use this opportunity to just punch sine 0 and comment on the comment section to let me know what answer you get. I'll be back shortly to explain to you in detail why I said you must do that exercise. So I'm just quickly going to get some water. Okay, guys, so I suppose you've got an answer of which I assume it should be 1. Let's see, sine 0, what is it? Let's see. Okay, let's see, sine 0, it's equals to, okay, it's 0. And again, before I forget, guys, I've just mentioned this, when was it? I think it was yesterday. On yesterday's lesson, I've indicated that at all times, make sure that when you go to an exam, especially for physical sciences and maths, your calculator is on degrees, okay? Otherwise, it will end in tears. I won't go deep into that. I assume you know at this stage. So guys, I've just given you exercise to do that, okay? So the answer that you got is 0, right? So if you got 0, what it means is that for an object which is on a horizontal surface, it's not moving in that direction, it's not moving in that direction when there's no external force. And again, it's not moving downwards because it's sitting on a horizontal surface. It's balanced by a normal force. Okay, so the reason why I said that formula doesn't change, the formula remains. This thing has a mass of 25 kg, for example. So because of sine is 0, then it means if you substitute there sine 0, the mass can be 25 g, it's 9.8. And when you try to calculate the force on this object, as a result of gravitational acceleration, it's equals to 0. What I'm saying is, if you say 25 times 9.8 times sine 0, the answer that you get is 0 Newton. So that means this object, it's not moving in any direction as a result of gravitational acceleration or gravitational force. Why? Because the angle is 0, so it's not in any way moving, it's just standing there. Okay, but what happens when that object now it's no longer sitting on a horizontal surface, but it's sitting on a surface which is at an angle? What happens to that object? It starts to slide downwards. Why is it sliding? It's because now the angle has increased from 0 to a certain number, which in that case it's 15. So the reason why you might need to substitute 15 there, and when you punch sine 15, you'll obviously no longer get a 0. You'll get an answer. Okay, so that answer that you get when you multiply it with 9.8, when you multiply it with a mass of 25 kg, you will get a certain value, which is the force experienced by this object as a result of gravitational force while sitting at that angle of 15 degrees on that surface. Okay, so that means because of that 15 degrees, it makes this angle to slide. So that is the reason why this object, it's sliding even though there's no external force. No one is pushing that object, nothing is pulling that object, but it's sliding. Why is it sliding? It's because it's sitting on an incline which is at an angle of 15 degrees. Okay, So that means if it was sitting on a horizontal surface at 0 degrees, it wasn't going to slide. So that's why, guys, I want you to have a better understanding of why that object it's sliding, okay, even though there's no external force. So guys, I'm not sure if that helped, but otherwise at a later stage you might fully understand exactly what I was doing. But for now, what matters the most is that at all times with this type of questions, the formula that we use, it's the same. There are different ways in which you can approach that question, but this is what I would generally advise each of you to approach this question in this way. So guys, very much important, this is the force net. Okay, I've just indicated to you that the only force acting on that object between A and B is the force of gravity. So is the force of gravity. Okay, so this force of gravity will be equals to ma. This is that ma. So I'm just expanding this formula. Okay, so what is the equation for force of gravity, guys? We know it's mg, okay, sine angle, okay, which is equals to ma. This is that ma. Okay, so guys, very, very much easy. We just substitute all the information that we have and we solve for the unknown. I'm not sure if everyone still remember what is the unknown or what exactly are we calculating. Guys, we are calculating the magnitude of acceleration of the crate while it moves from A to B. Okay, so A is what we are looking for. So this is what we are looking for. So guys, I'm giving you this question. You tell me, have you got the mass? An answer to that question is yes. What about G? G is always 9.8. Okay, sine it's sine on a calculator is there. What is the angle? The angle is 15. Have you got the mass? The same mass is the same mass that we substitute even on this side of the equation. A, have you got A? No. Why? It's the question. This is what the question wants us to calculate. So now let's substitute. What is the mass? Is 25 kg. Guys, mass in physics, it's measured in kilograms. Okay, so if for some reason that mass was maybe let's say 25,000 grams. Okay, if it's given in grams, convert it to kilograms. Just divide it by 1,000 and you're going to get 25 kg. Okay, so you must first convert the mass to kilograms, and then from there, that's when you can substitute into the formula. So now, guys, have we got G? G, it's 9.8. Okay, sine theta, what is the angle? The angle is 15 degrees, which is equals to mass. Mass is 25. Acceleration, it's exactly what we're looking for. Guys, this thing is called acceleration. If it's not acceleration, it's what? What is the opposite of acceleration? I'm not sure if I should tell you or give it to you as a homework. But otherwise, guys, for now, let me give it to you as your homework. Please do comment by letting me know exactly what is acceleration or what it means by acceleration when you compare it with the opposite of acceleration. Okay, so guys, let's now solve for this question. Obviously, 25 by 25, they will cancel each other. So that means you punch all of this, it will be equals to A. Okay, so that means our A, it's equals to, I'm not sure if I'm running out of ink. Let's see, it's equals to, I hope you're able to see, guys. I'm just going to pull out my calculator, then open bracket, 9.8, close, sine angle, which is 15, it's equals to 2.5, and then I'm going to round it to 2 decimal places, then it becomes 2.54. 2.54. Very much important, the SI unit. Okay, this is the SI unit for acceleration. So guys, I'm done with this question. Okay, this is how you calculate the acceleration. Where do you score marks? Guys, you can either write this formula or that formula or this formula. We just give you a mark. 3 marks. Remember guys, this question is allocated how many marks? It's allocated 4 marks, as you can see. So I'm going to give you 4 marks for this question. So this is where you score your first mark. Okay, where do you get your second mark? For correct substitution, guys, for you to substitute correctly, we give you a mark. Okay, so guys, obviously this is where you score your last mark. That's an obvious thing. Your last question, it's allocated a mark. But most importantly, it should have the correct SI unit. Okay, don't just say 2.54. You might lose a mark, you might score half a mark, I'm not sure. But what I know is that if you give the answer and the SI unit 100%. Okay, so guys, let me see what question 5.3 says. It's just allocated 1 mark, so it doesn't need a lot of calculations or thinking. So let's just read through the question. Hope you're able to see. So 5.3 says write down the direction of the acceleration of the crate while it slows down from B to C. Write only up the slope or down the slope. Sure, guys, here you need to apply your mind. Here you really need to apply your mind. And again, guys, just so that I'm not really sure if I should just wipe all of these, but I think there's someone who's still busy copying. But otherwise, okay, no, just squeeze this question somewhere there, because it's actually most